YouTube, no fancy intro here. We're gonna get up to the outlet, let's get in line, and let's shop until we drop. Let's do it. All right, let's take a good look at last night's bags. This is the picked over bags. We'll get to shoes in a second, but I found a couple of bags in the stuff that was left over that is really amazing. This one, I think, just pretty basic here. Born. The style, if you look at it, mine, the one that I'm holding on to has a flat top. The comparables that I could find, they have like a little bit of a dip in all of the comparables that I could find, and I couldn't find this exact style. Looks like pebbled leather. It's vinyl. I think it's called Namorit. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, it is what it is. But this bag was really clean, and I feel like I can get $30 for it. So I'm going to pick that up. The next one here is the real home run. So this is a Tumi genuine leather men's crossbody bag. Tumi always so well made. This one is in fantastic condition inside and out. I've seen them sell pre-owned as high as $150 on the style that looks like the one that I'm holding on to. I'm going to list mine for $120. There are a lot of them that sell in the $50, $60 range, but there are also plenty that sell for $100 and over pre-owned, similar to exact styles. And when I notice that, I always want to be on the top half, especially with a quality brand like Tumi. So we're going to put that bad boy on the market for $120. I like the Born bag, the BOC bag, but I love the Tumi bag. So $30 on that one, $120 on the next one, and I'm feeling pretty good about what we're starting off with. Here's what the shoes looked like left over from the night before. I grabbed a bunch of shoes. I don't video every single item that I pick, or my videos would be 2 hours long and you guys would fall asleep on me. But I have a pair here that I really like, and I don't know how to pronounce this either. L'artiste? Is that how it is? These are spring step wedges. The style on this one is called the Skater, but there's a lot of these like very heavily painted floral slip-on sandals, wedges, and look at the condition that they're in. I mean, this is a pair that's coming out of the bins, and they have been sitting here basically overnight, and so, a lot of people passed on them. They're super clean. I don't think there's any flaws that I missed, so I'm going to put $40 on those. And then the new bags and hats and belts rotation came out. This is usually one of the most hotly contested, if you will, areas or rotations at the bins. Everybody's always looking for, expensive purses, wallets, all that type of stuff here. I have a couple of things that I like here. This one first is, I'm not sure if this is a vintage Dooney or not, but the style is Loden. There are a couple of variations on the style of Loden, or the shape rather. This one is kind of rounded. There's some that are a little bit more maybe rectangular. Price wise, the navy one is the one that gets the higher dollar amount. I have taupe-ish type of color here. I still am going to list this for $100. And that's because I've seen some of these exact style, exact color sell for over $100 on other platforms, not necessarily eBay. So I'm going to pick that up, $100. This is an Oakley Mark II 5-panel hat. The color is white. It's clean despite what you see on my iPhone. Sometimes white is just hard to pick up, but if you look at the inside, look at the brim, very, very clean. I don't think that that's a flaw right there. So I'm just double checking the back to make sure everything looks good. You'll see a recent sold for $7. Absolutely not. I'm going to list mine for $20. It will sell between $15 and $20. And then I'll grab this very standard UGG cable knit beanie, and it's almost like not sure what kind of color this is. It's like a pale purple. I don't know. And I couldn't find an exact style when I was doing the research for it, but very clean, and $15 seems like the going rate for those pre-owned. So I'll take that. So I've got 3 things so far that I really like, and then I just catch something out of the corner of my eye right here as I'm about to move on. And this is a Timbuktu Valencia hobo bag. It's gray with purple. It's in really nice condition too. And surprisingly enough, I had seen one sell in the $27 to $30 range for this exact, if we're talking about the exact colorway. I'm going to list mine for $25 and we'll see what happens. But 4 things, all in very good condition. Pretty lucky with especially how busy it can get when the bags come out here. This Disney bag was in rough shape, but it was very, very cute. I didn't really verify authenticity because it was just destroyed. Anything else here? Stuff gets picked over pretty quick, as you can see. So we're going to move on to clothes. Ladies, tell me how I'm doing here. I've got a dress, and I hate dresses. This dress is a Free People Glasgow dress, and as far as keywords go, I don't know what I'm doing. I want to say like cutout. Can you see how it would like fit at the top, and then there's a cutout in the middle, and then you've got like the what would look like the skirt portion, but it's a full dress. I'm struggling here. So I'm gonna grab this because I think that I can sell this dress for $70. There's a couple of extra smalls listed around the $75 range if we're talking about Poshmark or eBay. So I'm gonna list mine at $70. I have no clue how I'm going to pose this dress when I go to get it listed, because I don't use dress forms anymore. They just take too long for me. So I don't know how I'm gonna get this to look the way I want it to look. And I never use other companies' stock photos, so that's not an option for me. But I think it will sell for $70. Like, am I doing all right here with dresses? Seasonally, I don't know where we're headed with that, but I'm doing this for you. So I picked up a woman's dress. Hope you're proud. Anything else in here that looks awesome? I don't think so. What are we looking at here? Dolan. I've never heard of that. Didn't feel that great. I know people harp on me for not wearing gloves, but I really have to feel the fabrics, and that is what it is. Trust me when I tell you, my sanitation process when I get home is extremely involved. Next thing I'm going to grab here, Alex Mill cardigan. I don't know what the style is on this, but all the buttons are intact. No holes that I can see. A little bit on the heavy side, which is, just an indication, if you're asking me, that it's well made. This thing is clean. Another one of those items that I think I can get $70 for. The timing couldn't be better because there is a nice chill in the air, at least up here in the Midwest. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. If you're in South Florida, it's probably still sweltering down there, but 'tis the season for items like this, so I'm very excited to get that photographed and get that listed. But Alex Mill was a new to me brand, and if it's new to you, put it on your BOLO list, because I believe that they sell for a high dollar amount. So great find there, and always exciting when you go to the bins and you find something that you've never seen before, and you just sort of learn kind of right on the spot, right? I wasn't relying on anybody else to do the work for me. It just landed in my lap. So really lucky there, and we're going to move on here. Is this another Free People? Is we the free people? Anyway, this is a Sunshine bell sleeve thermal shirt that caught my eye, and the tag was a little bit unique to me, so I grabbed this and pleasantly surprised that I saw a recent comparable for $30. There may even be some that have sold for a higher dollar amount. So if we're just talking Free People bell sleeve shirts based on my research, not all of them are great, but this specific style, specific colorway seems to do really well. So how am I doing, ladies? I don't know the first thing about any of this stuff, but I've got Free People twice now, and I'm feeling pretty good about my prospects here. I don't know what to tell you. All right, what else do we have here? This was what was this? This is an After Six tuxedo jacket. I looked up the current listings and the sold ratio. None of it looked good. I mean, maybe there's a market for those types of things, but I moved on pretty quickly from that. And I found a couple of shirts. One we're going to keep, one we're not going to keep. This is Reizafon. I don't know a ton about this Japanese anime. It wasn't around for very long. Like, I want to say from like 2001 to 2003. So I don't really know what happened. Maybe it just didn't get any traction. But this shirt, A, wasn't great for sold comparables, and B, I think just had a little bit too much wear based on the lack of comparables that I did see. So if we're going to put the two together, I'm gonna pass on that. Normally the wear wouldn't bother me if that shirt actually sold. It doesn't. This one probably will though. So this is Full Metal Panic, another vintage shirt. It's not single stitch, but same size as the other one, white XL, and I think this one will end up selling for around $40. That's what the comps kind of look like. I see a lot of ones currently listed in the $100 range, but the solds for the last 2 years didn't dictate that anyone could command anywhere near that. So I think $40 is where I'm going to have to land. There is one that's brand new without tags listed for 40, so I might have to wait for that one to sell off before I can move this one here. But I'm still going to list it for $40, and again, it's just a matter of time before that one sells. Much better comparables than the previous one. All right, the CEO must have been in the back because there was yet another rotation of hats coming out. They were really on top of their game this trip here, and I like these hydration packs. This is an ambush from Camelback. It is desert camo. It's almost like military style. I was checking right there because it felt like it was a little wet, and sometimes that can be an indication that the hydration, there's something wrong with the hydration pack. So I'm going to pull the bladder out. I'll get it cleaned. I'll test it to make sure it works. If everything is good, I'm going to list that one for $40. And then I'm going to grab this Browns hat. I got to tell you, I was devastated when Nick Chubb got hurt. I mean, he wasn't just the Cleveland Browns running back. He was America's running back. I mean, that guy perfectly exemplifies what you want in a football player and an NFL player. I was devastated. The NFL to me is almost unwatchable at this point. I mean, Aaron Rodgers plays 4 snaps. One of the top 5 players, I believe, in Nick Chubb, out for the year, could potentially be out for his entire career. It's the same knee that he injured in 2015. I mean, it's just devastating. So the Browns hat's probably $20, but now I'm just ranting. But man, the NFL is getting hard to watch. These guys are too big, too strong, too fast. And yeah, it's just it's hard to keep them healthy, especially with a 53-man roster. That's not enough people. All right, last thing that I'm going to grab here, pair of Roche Runs, these snow boots. I've sold these before. There aren't any comps in the last 90 days, but I have a size 8.5. They'll clean up well. They're relatively light, so it's not going to cost me a ton. And I like the patterns, so I've sold them before. I will sell them again. I think $30 would be reasonable for these. And this turned out to be a really, really good day at the bins. Now, I don't cover every single item that I purchase or film every single item, but if we are just talking about the items in this video, it comes to about 13 pounds. So I spent $26, and if I'm lucky enough to sell everything for my full asking price, the total listed value for everything would come to $650. That's a huge spread, and I would be absolutely thrilled with that number. Of course, that's not going to happen. I send out offers, and things change. I end up listing things sometimes a little bit lower, sometimes a little bit higher, but overall, on a very busy day at the Goodwill outlet, I think we did pretty good. And as always, if you want to see more bins footage like that, make sure you are a subscriber to the channel. But that is all I have for you today. Brendan here, Dad Planet, the One Man Show. I am out. We will see you in the next video.